Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. It is Tuesday, September the 18th, and it has been a minute since I've videotaped or vlogged anything. Not much has changed, everyone. Not much has changed since I last vlogged, other than the hair. I took the braids out. It was time. It was past time. But I did get a quote-unquote bookcase. So let me show you what that looks like. And below are M through P, which only have 7 students to read, those 2 rows of books. This is what they gave me for the majority of my class. That's it. That's all I've got. For the rest of the 43 students, I've got maybe 15 books. And they're supposed to have, I think, 5 to 6 books. No, actually, I think they need to have up to 8 books at their levels. And this gave me book baggies, which are like jumbo freezer bags. Yeah, what am I going to put in there? 1 book each. So, or half a book. I'll cut them in half and they'll share. But anyway, I'm slowly getting organized. I've got my small group binder. I waited for a long time for them to give me the paperwork that they want me to use, but I just finally printed them up myself. These dividers, I got this off Teachers Pay Teachers, of course. And I think these dividers also came with variations of the Monday through Friday form, and I just made up 1 copy of that to see if I like it. These I made also Teachers Pay Teachers. They were all freebies. There's several of these in different colors in this one sheet protector. I just stuffed them in there to see if I wanted to use those for planning small groups. I also made a guided reading binder, all TPT, same lady, TPT, guided reading instruction prompts. All these are freebies from TPT. And they have, it's like a cheat sheet for teachers. They have comprehension, decoding, and fluency questions you can ask for them to do. And I'll try to remember to link who did it. I think this is Simply Skilled in Second. That's what these are from. These dividers, I'm not sure. I'll have to link those in the bottom. But yeah. So I'm trying to get that started. I haven't got that started because I really haven't taught much because I didn't get my units of study until, a week ago? So, anyway, and this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to do my conferring because I didn't want a binder because I can't fold it backwards and minimize the air space while I am conferring. So I'm going to put it on binder rings, and this is what I'm going to put, I guess, on the right after the front. But for the front of that page, my lunch, I have not unpacked. Kids should be in here real soon, so I'm trying to hurry up and do this. I'm going to put this on the binder ring in the front, and this plain one in the back. The front one just says conferring binder. This one will be the back cover. That'll be in the middle, along with some conferring sheets, and the templates are down here if I can get them before those kids come through that door. This is also TPT, of course, and I like this because you can use it for multiple students and not just 1 student per page. The other one they have a different one where you can just do 1 student on each page, and it had these particular things and a date with the student's name at the top instead of week of. But I preferred this one, and I just made it 2-sided. And these are other templates. Oh, those are extra copies. Where's that other one? Okay, one thing that I thought I had taken care of, I've changed this twice and it's still not working. I need to find another system. I had the stackable colored trays that I thought they were going to put the folders in, but the folders, these folders, they were too wide to fit in there either way I put it, so I thought maybe the wider ones would work, but they're too shallow. So this is what it looks like. So it's just a mess. So I need to find another system. System number 3. We'll see what happens with that. And I bought another set. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking when I bought that box. It's sitting over there. I'll put pictures in it. But I bought the box for my centers. So I seriously was not using my brain that day. That's the box. It's sideways. But this is as far as I've gotten so far. I managed to put the rails on. I put these bars on first. I put these bars on first on top and bottom. And then snap the wheels on and put the drawers in. So I still have to, there's some stoppers that I'm supposed to put somewhere. I haven't figured that out yet. And all the lights are off, so it's kind of dark. But why in the world did I assume that it was already assembled in that thin box? Like, what was my brain thinking? So I'm trying to assemble this for today because I need to get my centers out in the open so they can just grab them without me having to go into this cabinet every time because it's stored down in there. So I won't have to do that every time. I have this drawer. Hopefully it'll be big enough for most of what I need to put in there. Yeah. Wasn't thinking at all. All these little bitty pieces, all these little bitty screws everywhere. But it wasn't as hard as it actually seemed to be. So I'm almost done. And lunch is almost over. I think I've had like 10 minutes lunch by the time you take your kids down there. And by the time you warm it up in the microwave after waiting in line, God forbid you have to use the bathroom, you get maybe 10 minutes to eat. So that's where I am right now. And I'm going to go ahead and finish eating and then go get these kids. And I guess, I don't know if I'm going to finish just putting that all together with the knobs and the stoppers. And there's something that's this thing is supposed to go on top some kind of way. Looks like some little metal, looks like a little metal tray that's supposed to go on top of this filing cabinet. So I need to put that on and all the little knobs and the stoppers. So I may or may not get to that before it's time to actually use these centers, but at least it's something to put them in. I do have labels for the sides or the backs of that so they can see what it actually is inside of each drawer. If I can even find, because a lot of the paperwork, like the Rainbow Rite and the Rainbow Roll or whatever it is, the terrible tweets, they're all in paper form, but they're all in a stack of papers in those folders on the table over there. So if I can go ahead and get that taken care of, that would alleviate a lot of stress, along with my small group binder and my guided reading binder, which are pretty much assembled. I think I've shown you photos or video of that already, but I'll check back in with you later so I can finish eating. Bye. Okay, so I'm going to finish my lunch. I have about 3 minutes left before I need to go. I'm going to go finish my lunch. I have about 3 minutes left before I need to go pick up the kids. On a good day, you have about 10 minutes after you drop the kids off at the lunch line, then go stand in line yourself. And go stand in line yourself to get your lunch warmed up, then get back to where you're going to eat. You get maybe 10 minutes. And I need to go to the bathroom also, so that my 3 minutes are gone because I need to go. Yeah, this is my last opportunity to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to take it. I'll check back in with you guys later, and hopefully I'll get this cart situation taken care of. I'm going to try to make this quick. The kids should be coming in. I'm running late because I went to pick up snacks for my kids that I promised them. So I stopped at Super Walmart. Well, not Super Walmart, the neighborhood Walmart. I forgot to go. Then I had to go all the way back 15 minutes the other way, in the other direction. So I'm running late, and it's about time for the kids to start coming in. But I have gotten my, I forgot to take out my trash. But I have gotten my cart assembled. I have some of the centers in there, but it's not labeled or anything. I don't really like this setup, but I did see on, and I have to link her channel or her page and her TPT store in there, where she had large pocket charts and she had centers like on the wall. And I think that might be a better system. I'll try and put clips of that or link her page in the video. What else? I did manage to change that back there. I removed the stackable trays, and I have this right there. My finger is so fat. It's standing straight up, so unfortunately I'm unable to label them, but you know, they know what they are because of the colors. So hopefully that'll alleviate that problem. It's terrible. But a little bit at a time, I'm working on it, getting it all together. I'll check back with you later. Okay, it's Saturday, September the 22nd, her birthday, 21st birthday, and they're not helping at all. But I came to get my desk organized. All this, I have not done small groups because this is here, and I can't function with the mess everywhere. My mind doesn't work that way. And I also need to do something with this. They're not sorted by genre like they should be. And this area over here is still piles of stuff that I need to organize. This is supposed to be my center station. I have not got that organized. I just dropped some stuff in there, but it's not organized. So I need to do all of this today. I still have a lot of center stuff in here. I can't open it. Okay, something stuck, but it's stuff in there and all this stuff here. So all this basically in piles there. But that's what I'm going to focus on today. I'm going to try and get all of that done today. I'm going to try and get it done today. We'll see what happens. And I did show, I think I already showed you my pitiful little library that only a few of my students can use. Yeah. That's the majority of my students. Those are the levels for the majority of my third grade students. And you see how many books I have? Yeah, it's sad. Still don't have my teacher college rug here. No easel. No bookshelf. So for me, it's hard to function without having all the pieces in place and putting everything where it needs to be. But I guess I'll have to adapt because it doesn't look like I'm going to get it anytime soon. But I'll check in with you later. I forgot to vlog after I finished or during of my cleanup and organization day. But I didn't get as far as I had planned. It seemed like time just flew by, and the two helpers or the two non-helpers kind of interfered with my plans. There was a lot of conversation, a lot of writing, using the dry erase markers. They're like little kids. It's just like my kids in class. Anyway, not a lot done. I did manage to organize my small group binder, my guided reading binder, and my conference binder, or the conference one. I think I showed you that. I put it on 3 binder rings, so it could be. It covers me with cardstock, but I went ahead and laminated them so it could be a little heavier and sturdier when I walked around and conferred with each student, so I can actually write on it so it won't bend so much. So that made it better. I ended up having to dump all the rest of the paperwork and things that I didn't get to in one of the empty milk crates. Hopefully I'll be able to get through that slowly through the week, or progress through it during the week, during this upcoming week, I hope. And I'm trying to organize my small groups. I'm sitting in the car outside of Walmart waiting for my 2 non-helpers to come out. They wanted to get something from Walmart. And so I'm trying to organize in my lesson planner. It was suggested by it was suggested that I use my lesson planner that I've been trying to utilize, my Erin Condren lesson planner. It was suggested that I use the lesson plan section for my small groups. So that's what I'm going to try and do. And I had to do my reflection and show them how I organize my groups and how I group them and what levels of the groups were. So that actually helped me get organized as far as getting my guided reading and small groups together. It's the 5th week, it's the end of the 5th week, going into the 6th week, and I had not I had not done any small groups yet in either of my classes, and I'm trying to get my centers organized as well. So it just seems like sometimes that I'm doing a lot of stuff during the day, but it just doesn't seem like I'm accomplishing anything. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like they're learning anything. And with teacher college, there's not a lot of paper to grade. There are no worksheets and all that. Everything is, there's the stop thinking jots, and then they have rubrics for participation. They have rubrics for engagement and rubrics for participating, or a mini lesson rubric, whether they participate, were they engaged, did they sit still, did they, so it's not a lot of paperwork to grade. So anyway, so that's where I am, and I don't know if I'll be able to vlog again, because I keep forgetting. All this week I kept forgetting to pull out the camera, but I think I'm going to end this here, and this is just what I'm trying to do here in the car, trying to get my groups together. I haven't put any names or anything down. I mean, this really is so sad. This is as far as I've gotten. But I have been utilizing the planner, and excuse my nails, I just refuse to pay $40 again to get my nails done. I'm just not doing it, and I tried to soak them off. But I realized that even acetone won't remove the powder. I guess it's like cement or something. But anyway, I've been utilizing my planner. I have been using my planner. This is my September. I know my daughter has OCD, and she says it's just driving her crazy that I have all this stuff everywhere on this planner like this. But you know what? I like the colorfulness. I like all the stuff everywhere. But I have been using it for my PLCs, writing down notes and having everything in one place, all of my notes in one place. Really helps a lot. So if I ever need to look up anything, I know it can only be in this folder, in this planner. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and I'm gonna end it right here, and I will talk to you all next week sometime, I guess. Bye. Hi YouTube. Hi, this is Trisha Teaches, and it is Tuesday about 6:22 in the afternoon, and I am sitting in the parking lot of my church. Yeah. No, actually, it is not Tuesday. I'm losing my mind. It is Monday, because yesterday we were at church, and I had a bag of chocolate that I had been using as incentives for my kids in my teacher bag, which I had left in the car. So I told my daughter, go get the chocolate out of the car, bring it inside while we were in church so it wouldn't melt. Yeah. She brought me the chocolate, and I thought that, she just had it in her hand, just rolled up in her hand, and brought it to me. So I thought, the bag was still in the car. Come to find out today, when I was looking through the car to try to find my bag to go inside of the school building, that it wasn't there. So I called her to find out exactly where did she put the bag. No, I actually called my other daughter, asked her, because I thought I may have left it at home. I called her and asked her, can you bring me my bag? I must have left it somewhere at home. She told me, my youngest daughter said, oh no, it's at church. So evidently she took the chocolate out of the bag, brought me the chocolate, but then left the bag with my units of study for Lucy Calkins Teacher College, units of study for reading and writing, in the bag in the cafeteria. And yesterday, we had a family and friends day where everyone invited their family and friends to a 3 o'clock service that afternoon, and I didn't go to that, but my bag did. So I'm hoping that it's still there. So I'm meeting someone here, my brother, who's actually the administrative assistant here. He's going to meet me here at 6:30. Well, it's 6:24 now, so I'm guessing he's running late. But he's going to meet me here to open the door so I can get my bag with my units of study in it. So that's how my day went. So I'm glad that out of habit, I write what I actually want to say in my lesson plans. I write it in blue, the part that I'm going to speak, in my lesson plan outline, because I was just OCD like that. I used to have, last year, I would put it in the digital lesson planner, and I would print out a copy of that lesson plan, but I would also have the units of study with like post-its in it with what I was going to say. So I had it bad. That's why last year I would be up to 11 o'clock at night, the night before, doing lesson plans. And I promised myself that I would not do that this year. And I haven't. Well, I take that back. Occasionally I have. There were a couple of days when I did do that this year so far. But when I say a couple, I mean just a couple. Last year was almost every night. So I am doing better. I no longer print out copies of those lesson plans. And I am a hoarder. I still have all of last year's lesson plans, printed copies, in a container. And I honestly don't know why I'm keeping it. I just can't bring myself to throw it all away. It was a lot of work. But anyway, I think I mentioned on the last clip that I did buy the mystery unit for the reader's workshop, because I was just tired. It's kind of, I don't like saying bad things and negative things about people I work with, but it's a bit disorganized. Even during our PLC, it's almost always about, okay, this date is coming up and this is coming up on this date, and can you fill out this form for me because this is coming up on this date. I haven't had a PLC yet where I felt that we prepared for the units ahead. It's always about what the dates are coming up next and this form that needs to be completed, and so far, and we have it every week so far. We haven't had that planning period where we actually prepared for the unit that's coming up. Yeah, so that's a little disappointing. So we're doing it on our own. There's no system to where we're sharing our lesson plans, because the third grade teacher that's on our team that actually did this last year in third grade, the units have changed a little bit. So what she had last year does not match up with what the units of study this year have, because they've changed a little bit, I guess, because the header, the titles, topics didn't match, so it was a mess. So everybody's just doing their own thing. There's no system in place for who writes the reading one and who writes the writing one and who does, because there's some who are self-contained, but there's no system in place. So everybody's just writing their own. But I did find out that most people were copying mine. I'm like, well, I would like someone else to share. I wouldn't mind writing one of them if I can copy someone else, if they did the writing one and I did reading, or vice versa, so I can, get some time off, and they're just copying mine. So I'll have to bring that up this week. We need a system. Someone's doing reading, someone doing writing, someone does a homework. I mean, let's just share this thing, because it's not fair. And I mean, I go in and look at them anyway and tweak them for me, but it's not really fair that I'm the only one who's putting it in there and everybody else is getting to copy it. Is that mean? Is that being bitter? I don't know. But anyway, I did buy them, the units of study, but I still have to transfer all that data and tweak it a little bit, but I no longer have to search through the units of study and read all of that dialogue that Lucy Calkins put in there. And so a lot of it takes me a lot less time now, thankfully. So that's what's happening today. We did do a rotation in centers today, and I still haven't worked it out. It was really awkward because I was trying to use that cart that I showed you with word work and writing all in there, just different drawers of word work and different drawers of writing, and a drawer if they finish early where they could just pull out an activity sheet. But it didn't work because everyone was standing there at the cart trying to get their different activity that they were supposed to be working on. So I ended up splitting it again. So the word work will be in the cart, the rolling cart, the 10-drawer rolling cart, and I put writing over there with my writing paper, that shelf system. It looks like a mailbox system, classroom mailbox, but it's the black one in the corner. That's my writing center, is what I called it. So I put the task cards and the writing prompts over there. I had some more baskets that are stackable, so I put them right next to the shelving unit with the writing paper in it. So that seemed to work better. Not perfect, but better. And I came in Saturday trying to clean up everything, but it's still a bit chaotic. I did not get to finish. I was only there for like maybe 2.5 hours when they kicked us out of the building and said we had to go. So my small group table, my kitty table, is still full of stuff. So I was trying to shove that to one side. I mean, it's a mess. I just need to get myself together. I don't know what it's going to take, but every time I start working in the room, I start working on this project over here and start straightening it up. But then I see this over here that needs to be done, so I start working over there. Then I see this over here that needs to be done, so I start working over here. I just need to be able to focus and concentrate on one thing, but everything is bothering me in that room, and I try to address a little bit of all of it to try and get it, whittle it down a little bit, but I need to focus because I don't want to just do one thing, get one thing fixed, and then all the other things are messed up. So I try to do a little bit of everything, but that ends up being me working on a little bit of everything and nothing gets finished. So that's another thing, another task, another project for myself that I need to work on. Focus on the one thing, get that done, then move to the next thing and get that done, so that I would be less stressed out, because it's getting really bad. Okay, the people that I'm waiting for, my brother, and I guess his wife is coming, I don't know why, just texted me and said, oh, they're stuck in traffic, they'll be here about 7. It's 6:31. I live in Spring. I live on the other side of town, so I had to come. I work, I guess, halfway, so from work I came this way into Houston, so it's like a 35 minute drive to get home if there's not too much traffic from here. But now I have to sit here till 7 o'clock, which means I won't get home till 7:35, maybe 7:40, 7:45. And you know what? Thank God that we have a revising and editing benchmark assessment tomorrow. So I don't have to plan for the writing part at all. I just have to do reading. And I did reading actually Saturday. So I don't actually have to plan. Hallelujah, I don't have to plan tonight. So sorry if you're offended by the thank gods and the hallelujahs, but anyway, I don't have to plan tonight. So, but I won't be able to get home to eat dinner until almost 8 o'clock. I have some old lunch in my purse, and I think this little thing that I have my camera clipped onto is starting to slip out of, I think. I'm trying to look around, I hear it like it's slipping out. It looks like it's coming out. But anyway, I'm going to end this vlog here, and I'm going to try and take video of, or get pictures of what my center setup is like now. And I really need to organize. I still, not to complain, but I still don't have sets of books at the different levels for guided reading. I don't have a set of anything on the levels that these kids read on. You're supposed to have, 4 or 5 books that are the same, that the kids can use to read out of. I don't have that for my small groups. So the only thing that I'm going to be able to do with my small groups is to do strategy sessions. I won't be able to do, what's it, shared reading or guided reading that uses the same book. I've never done guided reading, but I know my shared reading would use the same book. Maybe guided reading, they can bring their own book and we just do strategies. I have to look that up again. I've never done 3rd grade before. I've never done guided reading. I was 1st grade. So maybe they can just use their own book. Maybe they don't have to have the same book. I'll find out when I get home. Well, I may as well do it now since I have to sit here for another 30 minutes. But anyway, I will check in with you all later. Hi YouTube, I hope you can see me. Hope this is okay. It's Wednesday. I hate Wednesdays. This is the day that they changed around to PLCs first thing in the morning. So the kids go to specials first thing in the morning on Wednesdays only. And we have our PLCs, and I detest that arrangement. I like my PLCs where they are every other day during the week, so I can have that conference period or that time to mentally recharge and to prepare for my next portion of the day. So my specials or PLC conference time and kids specials time is usually at 9-10 in the morning, on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And then they go to lunch at 11:40. So that gives me, 2 breaks, either to prepare for the upcoming segment or just to have a mental break, download what happened that morning and revamp, or just prepare for the next portion of the day. But on Wednesdays, it's first thing in the morning. So we just have to speed through the rest of the day other than the lunch period. And lunch, teachers really don't get a full lunch. Anyway, you have to drop your kids off, stand in line for the microwave, and then get to where you're going to sit. The lunchroom staff lounge is always full, so I come back to my room. By the time I sit down and eat, I may have had maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 on a good day if not a lot of people are microwaving, or if I manage to remember to make a sandwich or something that does not need microwaving, maybe 15 minutes. But that's not enough to prepare and eat at the same time. And then there are people in and out of the room. Can you come by at lunch? I'm like, no, I cannot come by at lunchtime to pick up anything, especially on Wednesdays. Anyway, that's my rant. But I'm sitting in the dark because we alternate morning rooms, and and today is my partner teacher's day. But the other 2 teachers, the 2 partner teachers that alternate, neither one of them are here, so their students are also coming in to find somewhere to sit, and my partner teacher won't let them sit in her room. I normally do if the other 2 teachers are running late. I just tell them to come in my room because we're only watching cartoons anyway, because I put on cartoons in the morning for the students who are waiting to go to their own rooms. So I don't understand what the problem is, but she won't let them in there. Only my students and her students, and she's telling the other ones to go to the cafeteria. I mean, okay, but what's the big deal? They're just going to sit on the carpet area and watch cartoons. Anyway, I've managed to get my centers up and running, my so-called centers, because I only have what I've brought to the table, which is my word work and my writing area. I have no, well, I'm sure you're aware because I've mentioned it on several occasions. Most of my students cannot read the level of books that I was supplied with. I have like MNOP, and only have 8 students in one class, and 3 students in another class that can actually use those books. So I have 11 students out of, I think it's 48 now, 48 students who can actually, that those are just right books for. So the other was, and then they gave me these like 5-gallon book, 5 gallons, the largest jumbo size Ziploc bag that they have. I have those for books. What am I going to put in them? Like, those 11 students can have, maybe 3 books each. It's supposed to have 8 to 10, right? They can maybe have 3 books each, and then the other students, I have maybe 15 books. I'll try to put pictures of that, but I'm sitting in the dark, so you won't be able to see it because I'm not turning on the light because the students keep coming in here, and it's not my day. But I feel kind of bad for the students who she won't let into her room. But anyway, I'll upload pictures of that later, but I think I've put it in previously what it looks like. But yeah, and I'll show you my centers area. I finally labeled the centers, the rolling cart and the writing area that I put in the back by the writing paper station. But I'm still having issues with my small groups. I did tried it out with my PowerPoint that I purchased from Teachers Pay Teachers from Pocketful of Primary. And let's see if I can find it. Rotation schedule. It's on my drive, my Google Drive. And this is the old one. And this is the one that's on my drive. I purchased this from Michelle Ferrer, I think is her name, Pocketful of Primary. And these are my students from last year. This is not my current roster, but this is the one I'm using. But unfortunately, I don't have a listening station or a computer station for them. All I have is word work and work on writing. And they can do read to self and read to someone, but they do that already during Reader's Workshop. So this is how I modified it, because Michelle Ferrer did not have a computer station, and at my old school we did have a computer rotation. We had student desktops that they were able to use, and I had 2 student Chromebooks also. So, well, actually there were 3 desktops and 2 Chromebooks that they were able to use. So that's how that worked out. So I ended up with read to self, computers, the listening station, word work, or work on writing and word work. That was my rotation from last year. But this year all I'm able to have is read to self, and maybe throw a read to someone, but then they already do that for 40 minutes, depending on the day, during the day. So the only thing I could think of is this. This is my new one. Try not to show the names on the air, but all I have is read to self, work on writing, word work, work on writing, and word work. That's all I've got. I've requested listening stations, I've requested computers, and the odd thing about it is that this is a magnet school for engineering, but we don't have the technology we need. We don't have the teacher college supplies that we're supposed to have. So it's a little frustrating, but I understand they were revamping, reconfiguring the entire district. But you had 2.5 months during the summer, and you knew last school year, that we were going to be reconfigured to an elementary school at this campus. So why aren't the necessary items in place? And that's the end of my second rant. Okay. Yeah, but I have managed, one thing I've noticed that's gone better this year is my behavioral management. I came in a lot stronger this year with the 3rd graders than I did last year with the 1st graders. And then the 3rd graders are a little more, and I use this term loosely, mature than my 1st graders. But it's been a lot better. There have not been as many issues. I have not done the behavior clip chart. It doesn't seem like it's necessary, so I think I'm going to take it down. I've been doing the dojo and the incentive, using positive reinforcement through the dojo, and the treasure box as an incentive, and then lunch bunch, which I believe I got from the term lunch bunch, I think came from Pocket Phillip Primary, but other teachers at my previous school also had lunch with the teachers, so that's an incentive when they get so many points. And so far that's been working. And I think I need to go. It's 7:15 now, and I have got to try and figure out this small group situation and my RTI rotation. And I will check in with you guys later. Bye.